Hello and welcome everyone. This is a three-part configuration series. I will show you how to integrate Okta with Google Workspace. The first part will be the SAML configuration. Second part is about the provisioning, so how we can provision users from Google Workspace to Okta and from Okta to Google Workspace. And finally, we'll talk about the application assignment. So how can I assign a group of users in Okta to the application and make sure what licenses they should have, and then configure them to be created and provisioned to the Google Workspace. So let's begin. At first, we need to go to the applications and then browse app catalog. From here, I would search for Google Workspace. Is it Workspace? And you see the first application. What we provide here, some information about the functionality and also the workflow connector. I'll go ahead and add the integration and make sure that I put my exact domain for my testing org.com. Okay, those are the displayed application. So as you can see with Google Workspace, you will have Gmail, Drive, and so on. You have the option to show those apps or not. I will go ahead and continue with the next option, view setup instructions. So we need to follow the instructions so that I can set up the integration. From the instructions, I'll scroll down to the important piece, SSO profile values. From here, I need to jump to the Google Workspace and go to security, authentication, and then SSO with third party. Now, definitely you can add the SSO profile to the entire organization, but I like to use the third-party SSO profile because it's giving me flexibility to assign it to my organization unit. So I would go ahead here and add sample profile. I will call this IMSE, and then just copy and paste the values. Okay, open. And here we go. So I have the certificate and all the values ready. I'll hit save, and then my profile should be configured. What I need to take from the profile in Google is this value. So I want to copy this value. Then going back to Okta, I need to update the RPID. So I can right now the SAML should be okay, and I can hit on done, and then I have my SAML configuration ready. At this stage, the SAML is configured. You don't have provisioning. The provisioning is not enabled. So the users, there are no users from Google Workspace coming to Okta. Now, going back here to the Google Workspace, what I need to do is also assign the profile to the login. So I can go here and manage SSO profile. I have here my parent organization. This is another organization unit. We'll talk about this later, but here I'll focus at the parent organization, and I can go ahead and say use IMSE SAML profile. One important thing to do. Those values are important because the first one will prompt the user to be redirected to Okta to authenticate. The other will just allow the user to log in to their Gmail or Google without being redirected to Okta. It's very important at the beginning to think about this because I have not assigned any users here. So I didn't create or assign any users here. So I'll keep this option so that the users have access to their password or sorry, to their Google account or Gmail, and I will save it. Okay, perfect. So right now my profile is ready. And add a person, and this is the user. Let me just copy it correctly. This is Alice. So this is the username, Alice, GIC. And then I'll just apply the default theme here and activate now. And I can say that I will set the password, or I can just leave it and let the users set their password. And let's say save. Okay. So the user received an email that they've been added to the Okta organization. So I can say activate the account. And from here, it's asking me to set up a password. So I will set up here a password. To, of course, set up the Okta Verify. And also, this is another way to see how easy it is to set up the Okta Verify. I'll bring my phone and just scan the QR code and enroll the user. Now, once this is done, it should take me to the next action, which is either to continue creating the profile or log in to my account. The Okta tenant, and what I will do just for the sake of testing to see how the SAML really work, I will assign this application. As I mentioned, we'll talk about the assignment in more details later at the third part, but this is here just to see the user experience. And right now, the user should have access to the Okta and also should have access to have the federation through Okta. And here we go. So you see, I have my access to the applications. So if I hit on the Gmail, the federation should go through, and then the sign in going directly through Okta. This is the first part of configuring the Okta and Google Workspace integration. Very simple and easy steps to follow. And most importantly is to know how I need to have my users created. And even if you didn't have the users created, um, you can either import them later or definitely use the settings here at the security so that they can still be able to log in to their Google without the need to be redirected to Okta. So this is the setting that helped me to let the user in so that they can activate their account. What you can also notice is that maybe after you do the configuration for SAML and then provision the users, wait until you see them all active and have access to Okta, then you can switch this so that all the time, all the users will be redirected to authenticate through Okta. Thank you very much, and let's meet in the next video where we'll talk about the provisioning.